Hi everyone and welcome to Subtech Online. In today's tutorial, we are going to explore the filter function in Excel, a handy tool for extracting data based on your criteria. So we are going to explore filter function, how to make an inventory monitoring. So we are going to have two data sets. That is the current inventory where we have all the items with all the quantities, but we want to split this in two categories: what is in stock and what is out of stock. And the only function you can use handy, that is the filter function. So the filter function in Excel or Google Sheets allows you to extract data from a range based on a specified criteria. So our specified criteria here, we are going to look at the quantities. Anything less or equal to zero, that will be out of stock. And that's the quantity. So how do we break down the filter function before we do any practical example to it? So the filter function has two major inputs in its syntax. So the syntax is equals filter. You start with the array, then the next thing is the include and the optional. Anything always in curly brackets is optional. So if empty, what do you want to be returned? So the array is going to be the range of cells or an array from which you want to filter data from. So in our data here, the SKUs is the array. Then the next thing here, this is the SKU, that is column B. Then the next thing is the criteria or the include. So the include is the condition or the criteria that you want to apply. So when we come to our data here, the criteria is uh, if anything in column C, from C5 to C44, if anything is greater than zero, then this is in stock. When we come here to out of stock, if anything is equal to zero, then that is out of stock. So how do we do that? If I do some changes here, like having this to zero, you'll see I'm increasing the number of out of stock to 7. If I fill here 5, it reduces to that. If I fill here 2, it reduces to that. So it becomes dynamic. So how do we do that? Let's hit it to our session tab. So the first thing is I've already replicated my data for the matter of time. So here it is going to be equals to the filter function, which I've already shown you the syntax. So the array is the SKUs, Control Shift down arrow, select all of them, comma. Our next thing is what is the include? Include is where we are going to have our criteria run from. So this is column C5. You can select the whole column, it's okay, but always the range here, the length should always be the same length here. If you start from 5, you should also start from 5C5. So this should be equal to anything greater than 0, then that is in stock. So the moment I enter, you'll see that all of them that are greater than 0 will drop. Then we go to out of stock. We shall say equals to, we shall still start with a filter. Our array is that SKUs, comma, and our criteria will be run using the quantities, but this time we are saying anything that is equal to 0. Unfortunately, we don't have negatives, but if you have negatives, then you'll say equals or less than 0. So the moment I run with that, still it will give me the criteria. Let me filter out, maybe pass a condition to filter out what is out of stock in my mother data. So if I select this and this, then you go to data, you select duplicates. No, it is under condition formatting, select duplicates and give them a light red. Yes, that's it. So all my duplicates have been highlighted. So the moment I increase this to a 2, it means that it disappears off from the list of duplicates. Currently, I have 4, and these are the 4 selected. So you see, I'm missing 4 in stock, 4 out of stock. So if you want to do this more dynamic and visual to your team, you just pass a count. So I will count A, So we use count A to count alphabets. So I'll count from here up to the last cell. So when I count, this is 36, then I'll also pass a count here. That's count A to count alphabets. So I'll pass a count up to the bottom, enter. So you see that always we shall have 40 SKUs. So the moment I run a 0 here, it will increase the number of out of stocks. 0, 0, you see the number of out of stocks increase. So this one will be a good function for you to run a large data set. Even if you have more than 1,000 rows downwards, you'll always have this filter bring for you what you want and using the same functionality. Otherwise, please consider subscribing if you find such a video helpful. Give us a thumbs up and leave your comment. Positive, negative, we shall have to take care of all the requests you leave behind. Otherwise, keep it up and I meet you in the next video. Bye bye.